Drew hasn't got him at all. So
I haven't got him, bro.
You are criminal.
Brother, if this list, bro, like you're just talking. Like, what are you talking about?
I've seen this guy concede 2
Listen,
against
brother,
Burnley.
take your Man City cap off, shine your bar lead, and hear what we're trying to say right now, bro.
he said, yeah, if you swap Gabriel with nobody bats an eyelid. Bro, I'm blinking bare, bro. I'm blinking bare, bro. I'm biting my eyelid.
Yeah, that seems crazy enough. I need the explanation from you guys because I don't get it.
These are.
So wait, so my question to you, Hamza.
How did this guy?
Yo, what is everyone saying? Welcome back to another episode of the Total 90 Pod. It has been a year since we did our top 10 centre-backs in the Premier League, so we are back to see how much has changed and revisit some of the very interesting takes that were made. Trust me, there are a lot of fascinating changes this year. Joining me today, after making his debut in last year's top 10 list, this is now technically his 1-year anniversary on the pod. His team finally got to a Carabao final, so he's living life. Ali, how you feeling?
We're going to Wembley! Come on, Chelsea. We're inevitable, man. You know what I mean? Good times over here. 7 in a row at the bridge. Can't complain, bro.
Okay. Inevitable for meeting middles, bro. Anyway, next up, this is a man who was responsible, along with myself, for some extremely fascinating takes last year. Garner may have stunk it up, sadly, but Martinelli has bagged the brace, so it's a net positive. Drew, how are we feeling?
Feeling good. My star boy, my real star boy, is doing his thing. And if you doubted him, stay over that side.
The train is leaving the station. And lastly, this is his first time being on a top 10 video, so he hasn't seen the chaos that happens on these videos yet. But knowing him, probably he's going to have about 7 Man City centre-backs in there, so we'll see how it goes. Hamza, how's it been, sir?
Yeah, man, I'm doing very well, man. I'm doing very well. Absolutely looking forward to this, man.
Yeah? Indeed. Yes,
Give
sir.
my knowledge while we win the league. And about that standards, I expect.
We'll see who's number 1, 2, 3, or 4. The rules are very simple, but as always, give me like 30 seconds to explain it to you guys. The 4 of us here, along with 5 mods, have given their list of the top 10 Premier League centre-backs over the last 12 months since the last video in January. We make our list based on ability, consistency over the 12 months, importance to their team, and you want to factor in. If you have someone first in your list, that gets them 10 points, second is 9 points, third is 8 points, so on and so forth, until 10th in your list gives them 1 point. I then add up everyone's list together in a massive spreadsheet to get our overall combined top 10, along with a lot of honorable mentions. And today, there are quite a few. And just in the interest of fairness, no bias, on the mod team we have, as well as the 4 of us, we have Liverpool fans, Spurs reps, United, Swindon, and Chelsea again. So nobody cry about any bias. What else? I've watched last year's video, so each player, if there's anything to add that was interesting last year, I will, of course, mention it. Without further ado, we have 25 names in total, 15 honorable mentions. So I'm not going to waste any more time. Stuff. 2 players have scored only 1 point, so they finished last. The first one, 25th place. My hand is up. I'm responsible for this one. 1 singular point. Guys, let me land. Calvin Bassey. Is anyone hearing that one?
Like, I like him, but you know what I mean? Top 10 is a stretch.
Nigeria's best player at the World Cup so far. Steamroll through the group stages. Your thoughts, Drew? You know rating Calvin Bassey?
I think that pick is as confused as you are saying. He's been Europe's best player in the World Cup.
Did I say World Cup?
I think he's a good player. He definitely has the profile to be a good Premier League player. But to say he's the top 10 and that he's been that impactful individually and for his team consistently over the last 12 months is criminal.
The way I look at it, obviously, there's the Spurs game that guys referenced that was a bit dodgy. But against big teams, I don't classify Spurs as that, obviously. Against big teams, he's been a lockdown defender. We saw it against our team. You could argue even twice. Although he got sent off in one of them, he was very good in that game. Unfortunate with the red. For those that obviously watch with their eyes. And then second one, he packed us in, bro, by himself. Hamza, are you hearing me on that one? Not really. You're not having me.
Nah, bro. I don't know. Listen, I was thinking about this guy. I had to think twice about this guy. He's okay. He's okay. 25th. Man, this standard's bad, man. Yeah.
So you're not rating him. Fair enough. Man. Okay, no problem. Well, you, man, I see with Calvin Bassey. If you might not hear it, no problem. 24th, this person slyly has gone down the list from last time. Only Ali had him last year. He said he sticks by it. This time around, only Ted voted for this man. It is Mark Gahey in 24th. Ali, you abandoned him.
Yeah, man. Palace have just been a bit flat recently. You know what I mean? They're not as solid as they once were, even under Roy Hodgson. They're boring a bit sometimes going forward. Just saying, he ain't sticking out enough now, man. And it's partly maybe because Palace have just gone a bit quiet and a bit off the boil, so he can't perform well.
Fair enough. Hamza, do you have any thoughts on Mark Gahey?
He was supposed to be going after the top, like he should have improved this season, but he's just basically stalemated. But you know what? I don't know.
It's not his fault. It's not his fault,
His
man.
partner centre back is the one who's taking highlight of that.
Maybe other guys get a mention. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, I think he's improved this year, to be fair, but just not enough for my personal top 10. Drew, I imagine. Was he close to yours or not really like that?
Not close. He needs a move.
Okay, fair enough. There are 4 players joined on 2 points. This next one, if you man went silent for Calvin Bassey, then I am intrigued to know how you're going to react to this one. Because in 23rd place, a new entry to the list. Hamza's responsible for this one. Gvardio.
Oh my God.
Gvardio.
How did he end up there, man?
Because no one else put Gvardio in the list. Because
are we serious?
What?
Tell us
what justification could you even have for that one, bro?
No, seriously, you don't want City, really?
Let's explain to us why he's top 10 centre backs in the Premier League. Go for
I
it.
think, to me, I'm looking at guys like, no disrespect, the guys at Chelsea who are a joke. My guy definitely is up there, bro. He was fantastic against Newcastle. He's been brilliant nearly every game except the Chelsea home game where he made a back heel. He's been very, very good against Arsenal. He was outstanding. He kept who played that wing. I think Saka didn't play, but he did well that side. There was no single threat. Vardio is absolutely elite. I'm shocked that we put him 23rd. You know what? You're all gonna regret it for this. Remember, I said to you, you're gonna be saying sorry for this next year.
Drew, are you gonna be saying sorry? Do you regret it?
What formation do you guys play?
We played 4-3-3.
Yeah, 4-3-3. And where's Gvardio been playing?
He's been playing left back, but I know he's a left centre back. Sometimes he played left centre back.
Even when he has, in those games where he has, I've not been moved like that to a point
So
where
you guys have not been moved by Vardio.
No. Like, I would expect him to be way better than he has been.
For the last 12 months. I feel like if you lot take him out and you put Ake in, you don't drop off.
He's more better than Ake. Do you know why he plays left back? He's more good at keeping the ball. He's a fantastic passer. He can drive the ball forward better than Ake.
Yeah, so let him
and
be
that's
top
why
left backs then.
Pep chooses it to play him, but he's more of a left centre back. He's elite. I'm
right. When I see him enough in centre back, then we'll make my list.
Unfortunately, there have been there's 9 people voting. Hamza, you're the only person that even put him on the list. I want you to, maybe let that one sink in a little bit. Ali,
I'm not taking guys like Disasi and Badashile and Thiago Silva. No way about
Get out
that
here,
guy.
man. Disasi's been better than him this season at centre back. He's actually playing centre back. The thing is, what you're saying, I actually kind of hear it. He is a good player, isn't he? My man's not dead.
I want to see if Disasi makes this list above Vardy.
No spoilers. I cannot say anything. I've got the list in front of me. I don't know who's above. I can't say anything.
I can't wait for this.
Unfortunately, Hamza might even get a bit more upset now. He's going to be more and more upset as time goes on because every name is above Gvardio. But in 22nd, none of us 4 are responsible for this one. It is Alfie. 22nd, we have Pinnock of Brentford.
Oh, why do they do this? God. No, but I feel like he's
Jamaica's finest.
He's a good centre back.
Who the hell is that guy?
Top 10 in the Premier League. Crazy. That's crazy, bro.
So, as many of you know, these episodes, they premiere every Thursday, live at 4:30. I'm always there in the chat. Some of these guys are there in the live chat as well, typing to you lot. Alfie, if you are watching at this time, I would like you to type for us. Let us know what Ethan Pinnock is doing in your top 10 list, because we have no explanation. He's good, but top 10 is a bit, wild. But
over the top.
Yeah, not much to add on Pinnock. We'll go to the next one. In 21st, Drew is here, and he's joined by Stokes, giving 1 point each to Tarkowski. Hamza, you're not happy with Drew there?
Bro, it's mad. Like, these are...
So
Oh my...
wait, so my question to you, Hamza.
How did this guy, Tarkowski... Bro, Tarkowski...
Hamza, just...
What are we doing here,
Hamza,
man?
just reel it in for a second, yeah? I have one question to you.
Oh my days.
Do you think Gvardiol is more important for Man City than Tarkowski is to Everton?
Everton, I don't care. Everton are relegated side.
I've asked you a question. You're saying you don't care. So you're telling me you don't care about the criteria.
Hamza.
No, because you're elevating him about like Vardy. What's Tarkowski
No, but
done
nobody's
this season?
saying that he's
Tell me
better
one
than
game
him as
he's
a
been
footballer.
outstanding. No, tell me one game he's been outstanding. Tarkowski, man of the match.
Does he need to be man of the match though to get in the top 10 list?
No, but you have to tell me. You remember when he praised Declan Rice stopping the whole of apparently Liverpool team, yeah?
Who? Me personally? Me as an individual? Me?
It's just what he saw on Twitter. It's what he saw on Twitter.
Because, brother, like, I don't get my opinions on football from Twitter, bro. I don't generalize individuals. I don't generalize you with Man City fans, so don't generalize me with everybody else, bro. Like, talk to me as in what you've seen me say. And I've asked you a question as to the importance of Gvardiol to Man City and his importance to your team to James Tarkowski's importance to Everton.
Tarkowski is more important for Everton, but that's a joke of a side. Like, would Vardy, if Vardy went to Everton, would he take over Tarkowski's position?
Not with Sean Dyche in charge. That's for sure.
No,
Not with Sean Dyche.
No.
Are we joking?
Absolutely not.
Tarkowski will start ahead of Vardy.
Absolutely. Vardy will play left back. Vardy will play left back over Mikalenko.
Bro, I'm telling you now, you've not watched Vardy. This is why I'm shocked.
You know the best part of this? There's still 20 names to go. So every single one, how am I going to realize that Gvardiol is not...
Listen, I've got my list. I've got Tarkowski. I'm watching him this season. Every little mistake, Drew, you're getting it.
I'm getting what? I'm getting what? I'm getting what?
I'm gonna watch where he was. If they score against Everton, where was Tarkowski? Where was he standing?
That's the same, bro.
Hamza, I'm gonna. If you haven't got it, I'm gonna send you Drew's Twitter afterwards, so that when Tarkowski concedes, you can mention him every time. Yeah.
At me, bro.
All right, that is 21st. Tarkowski. There we go. In 20th place, Drew pulls up yet again. He's actually 8th last year, this guy, but so he's fallen off quite a bit. It seems. We have Ben Mee.
Again, important to his team. Scoring big goals in big games. Ivan Toney's return. Everybody might have overshadowed that with him coming into the fray, but he scored a fantastic near post header. Gvardiol is yet to score in this Premier League season. I'm not even going to bring you up as a marker there. I'm talking about individuals' importance to their team, bro. Gvardiol is not as important to Man City as you think he is, brother. I'm sorry.
Ben Mee. Where's Ben Mee? He plays for Brentford, yes or no?
Yes.
Where's Brentford sitting in? What position do they sit in? How many goals have they conceded? Have they been one of the worst sides this season in terms of like performance level? Brentford's not been the same as last season. They've been so poor, conceding goals. You've taken Ben Mee and Tarkowski ahead of elite Vardy.
That's a City legend, no? Ben Mee. Are you not happy about that?
But look at this. I'm not still going to accept him to be better than Vardy. Brentford concede every single game I see them. Did they not get thumped 7-0 against Newcastle? If Ben Mee was part of that team, he conceded 3 against Palace, 3 against Wolves, 2 against Nottingham Forest. How important is this guy?
Drew,
and 7 against Newcastle. 7.
I don't understand what this bro is.
Points,
yeah, I'm picking two Sean Dyche centre backs is a bit brazy though. I can't lie. That's a Burnley pairing right there.
Bro, these guys are low in my list, bro. These are low in my list off of the same criteria. You don't see me putting Kivior in 3rd place because he plays for Arsenal and Arsenal have conceded less than 25 goals this season. That's not the case. Of course, Brentford are facing more shots on target than Man City. Of course, Brentford are facing more shots on target than Liverpool. But Liverpool have conceded less than 20 goals this season. You don't see me putting Man City in there.
They conceded 3 goals against Everton at home. Everton.
Okay. Would you be all right?
Huh?
Would you be alright if we put Kwanzaa in the list? Would you be happy?
Oh my god, that's even worse, man. Bro, it's getting worse, man. This is mad.
No, I'm not saying.
It's a
I'm just
hypothetical
asking.
question.
I'm asking if he was in the list. He may be. I don't know. If he was in the list, would you be happy?
No.
Because, but he hasn't conceded many goals. That's what you're basing it off. If you're at a
Kwanzaa's
big
only
team.
played 1 or 2 games.
And how many games has Vardio started at centre back?
Probably, I think 5, 6.
And we are what 21 games into the season.
Yeah, because we've got too many centre backs.
So he's not that important.
many-
You got too
So
many
he's
better.
not that
Here, man.
important.
Thank you very. Here, my man, bro. Here, my man, bro.
Some
But the fact
food
that you
for
choose
thought.
blame me.
Well, fair enough. That is Ben Mee in 20th place. In 19th, we move on. It's 3 of the best. He's made them pay. Drew's back yet again to complete the hat trick. In 19th place, this is another new entry to the list. Diego Carlos.
Quality centre back.
I did think about that one.
Quality centre back. Quality centre back. The only thing that was keeping him so low on my list is his amount of games that he's played at centre back, 1, and 2, his consistency with fitness. But when he is in the team, his importance to the team. When he's next to Pau Torres, bro, that centre back partnership is arguably top 4 in the league, bro. In my humble opinion, as a partnership.
How many goals have they conceded? Each game they nearly concede a goal, is it? Villa. I've hardly seen them not concede. Against Arsenal, fair enough.
The problem that
Against
you're
Milan
having
as
is
well.
that not every team is Man City.
Brother, you're saying every game they could, bro.
Yeah,
you know
also-
Villa
also
have
they-
only conceded 4 more goals than Man City. So what are you
City
talking
barely
about,
got that
But
many
I'm
clean
thinking-
sheets this season.
bro? Like you're just talking. Like what are you talking about?
I've seen this guy concede 2
Listen,
against
brother,
Burnley.
take your Man City cap off, shine your bar lead, and hear what we're trying to say right now, bro.
I've seen
You're
this
telling me
guy
I've seen conceded nearly every. Bro, it's 4 goals. There's a difference of 4 goals.
But look
Bro,
at
you don't see
Burnley.
me saying that Man City have conceded so many goals compared to Liverpool.
Look how many goals he's conceded against Burnley last time. Burnley had 10 men. It was 2 goals. Yes or no? Yeah. He conceded against Brentford 2.
Oh, well, this is how I know. This is actually how I know you don't actually play football, because you're just focusing on one thing, bro. You're not giving any sort of credibility to someone that's attacking and scoring.
No, but the fact that you say the best partnership, like, what do you mean by partnership? Like,
Yeah, I'm not really having that one. Well, I haven't really thought about it, but I'll
Yeah,
probably
top
have
four sounded
Arsenal, Spurs, Chelsea. Arsenal,
Hey,
Spurs,
no,
City. Sorry,
Chelsea.
Yeah.
Arsenal, Spurs, City, Liverpool. But that's 4 already, so I'm not having that in this.
So it's not very far fetched for me to say 4th, 5th best centre back partnership. It's
Yeah,
not
no,
very
if
far
you say
fetched.
4th, but if you say 4th, it's far fetched. I'll probably have when everyone's fit. Probably Newcastle as well. In fairness. So,
Wait, I don't know what you guys want from me, and I don't
Ali,
know what Hamza wants from me either.
Ali, your thoughts on Diego Carlos? He said he was close to
Yeah,
yours.
no, he was close, but I think
Playable.
he had a lot of injuries. He had a lot of like fitness problems towards the 2023 last season kind of thing. So that's why he didn't make my list. In it, it's like it's mainly this season he's come and shown what he's on. It's the last 12 months, isn't it? You got to remember that as well, Hamza. It's the last 12 months. It's not just this season, in it. So it's a stretch.
where did they not buy? Where did they buy him from?
Sevilla.
Villarreal.
Sevilla.
Sevilla.
He's
He
about to
was
pull up
not
Sevilla.
doing
goals
I
conceded.
remember. No,
He was
I
what?
remember the season he was not doing well. I think someone wanted him the year before that, and he wasn't doing that. And I think something
Luckily,
happened.
the video is about the last year and not who wanted him in 2019.
But even last year, Sevilla.
Anyway,
Even last year, Sevilla. He's been at Villa for more than a year.
yeah,
He's
he
done
was
his
there. He was
ACL
there
since
last
he landed.
season, and he was out for pretty much the whole season.
So he's been playing only for 4 months, 3-4 months.
And how long has Vardio been playing in the Prem?
But he was elite at Leipzig.
Question to you, bro.
He was elite at Leipzig.
Thank you for confirming that you don't understand the criteria.
Man has just
Thank you,
ignored the
thank
criteria
you.
completely.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, but did you guys see the World Cup in 2022? Did you guys see? All right.
Oh my word.
In 18th place, we have yet another new player in this list. Drew, don't worry, you're not here anymore. We're not going to spend too much time on
Don't
this.
mind if I'm there, man. I'll handle my side, bro.
Yeah. It is Alfie and Tyler, who I guess are investing their stocks in this guy, if you will. It is Branthwaite in 18th place. I need to watch a bit more before I put him in top 10 conversations like that. But, you know, fair play to him. Does anyone really care about him that much?
Meaty, man. He shouldn't be anywhere near this list.
Not yet, but
Oh, Meaty. Interesting. Okay.
he's loading to Arsenal soon, so I'll have my eyes on him properly.
No, we got some centre backs there. To be fair, you know what I mean. I hear. It. No worries. 17th place, Ali. Welcome
Seems
to the
like that.
party. Stokes put this guy pretty high. You did not, I don't think. So that is why he is in 17th place. We have Ezri Konsa.
I was expecting to hear
Ali
him a bit
Chatsworth.
earlier, to be honest, but you know what I mean,
Mm.
he's a good centre back. He's been versatile for Aston Villa, and when he's played centre back, he's been solid. He's knocking on the door of that England team. I think 2023 was a very good year for him, isn't it? He stepped up for me. Before he was like one of the meaty centre backs that, you know what I mean. Some games he plays well, sometimes he's got a mistake in him, but he kind of became a bit more consistent last year, and I think he can get that 10th spot for me for that reason still.
Yeah, I think both Aston Villa centre backs, I can hear it. Like, you have to give them a bit of credit for what they're doing this season and obviously towards the back end of last one. So I hear it. It's just not me personally. I'm not having either of the Aston Villa centre backs, but I'm not mad at it at all. Drew, did you consider him or you much prefer Carlos?
Nah.
Don't like him at all.
No, I mean I rate him, but I didn't consider him to be.
Yeah.
near
Hamza,
the top 10.
I assume he wasn't near your list at all either.
I rate him. Konsa before his injury, he's been a good. I understand. I've seen him. He's done well.
Yeah.
So to me, I don't mind that name, but to still put him in Vardy, oh my God, it's not madness.
Fair enough. Right then, we go to 16th place. Now I want to say before I say this name, Hamza, before you get upset, last year, me and Drew were singing this guy's praises, so let us land on this one. But 16th place is Ake. You are the only one that has him, Hamza. Why do you think that is?
Because he played left back.
No, it's not because I think he played left back. Like that's what I saw. That's what I saw happen. Last year,
See, that's the problem. People saw him play left back when Cancelo left, but he was moved. Majorly, he played a lot of centre back position.
but more so, he was a left back.
Left back probably against big games like Champions League games, but mostly he'll play with Akanji or Diaz centre back. You see,
So when it matters, he plays left back, and he's a great left back. The issue here is,
and
so
this season he's played centre back.
Okay, with the Gvardiol situation, he wasn't rated. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm sorry to tell you. This one, I feel like, or I'd like to think everyone here rates Ake, but we are doing it on centre backs. So I guess you primarily play centre back pretty much. I'm looking at my list. All of my players just play centre back. They're not playing other positions. So that is why I don't have Nathan Ake in my list. And I guess, Drew, by nodding your head, you're agreeing with me, innit?
Yeah, it's a player.
Yeah, he's a good player, bro. But Ali, again, I assume, same thing,
man.
right?
If he was being considered, then my boy Levi Colwell would have been put in the list as well. So,
oh,
you know what I mean?
Crazy.
It's the same. It's the same thought. What's this guy talking? How is Hamza gonna react to that when you've literally done the same thing?
No, because Levi Cole hasn't been that good.
He has been good. He had a good centre back last season, but then you know what I mean. He's been solid at left back, so we can't complain.
I don't know what I mean, bro. I don't know what you mean.
No, you do though.
I don't know what you mean.
I agree with Drew, but I don't know what I mean either, bro. I'm not hit. My ears are closed, bro.
Hey, but we're not talking about Colwell in his performances, anyways.
Exactly, because he didn't get nominated, even one vote. Right then. This next player, we go to 15th. This next player, when I mentioned him last year as finishing 7th, Mav got up to leave. Ali couldn't believe it that he was that low. Drew had him 6th, and Mav laughed his head off, saying, "What are you guys talking about?" Hamza's the only one who's voted for this guy, if I'm not mistaken, this time around, along with Stokes and Nubaid, Liverpool fan. It is Lisandro Martinez. Hamza, what is he doing in your top 10?
I think he's been last season. He was Man United best centre back by far. Like,
was that the same Man United that got beat 7-0 by Liverpool?
No, 1 second. But that's one game. He was their most important centre back by far.
Wait. You can't try and twist it, because United have had multiple games where they've been packed in, bro. 4 goals, 3 goals, 4 goals.
He's been carrying. He's the guy who's been holding it down. Like when he plays as centre back.
So I'll say Bentley held it down when they lost 7-0. Then Bentley held it down, but the other guys conceded 7. That's what you're saying, basically, for Lisandro.
I just think that, bro, because the fact that United are doing bad, people even said last season, Lisandro is their best centre back by far.
So
And
what?
he's holding them down. He's
So
a
why
great
can't that
passer.
happen for the? Because I didn't have these Ben Mee and like Tarkovsky in there, but why can't you say that for those teams then?
No, because those teams I see them get. Listen, they're different. Lisandro, I've seen him. He was one of the best players. If he didn't concede 7 against Liverpool, I think
He
he's
did.
not been.
I don't think he's that great. I think he's been out pretty much this entire season, right? So that's already a massive chunk of it gone. He got a little Carabao last season, but you know, I don't value just running around and booting people, but then they gas it up because he can pass a ball well. That's not really a kind of centre back that I personally value. So it is okay. Ali, was he close to your list?
Nah, man. I think I was rating him this time last year, but you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. You said, wow, I can't believe it. How have you guys got him this low?
Yeah, because he had
That's
like
a direct
he had
quote.
that 7-0, but there was still like a degree of like quality you see in him in it, and I feel like as time's gone on, he's become a bit more aggressive, junky kind of vibes, isn't it? Like where he's just a bit too like Romero kind of vibes, you know what I mean? And for man, I don't like that kind of centre back. So yeah, man, I didn't have him
Yeah,
this
some
time.
of us saw that from early, innit? Drew, remember we were saying these kind of things, but they didn't really want to hear us out too tough.
I put my hands up on this one, I guess.
Yeah. No, it was
He
Lisandro.
laughed. He laughed.
Bro, Mav got up and left. He said, "What are you guys talking about?" So,
Let's not even go into how he reacted to Varane. But let's not even go into the Varane shout.
Don't worry,
Because
we'll be
those have
back. Nope,
aged
we'll be
like
back.
fine wine.
We'll be back. Don't worry. Like I said, I've quoted everyone. So anything that you think was crazy, I've got it listed here. Don't you worry. In 14th place, I won't waste too much time on this one because it was Stokes and Alfie who gave this guy 4 points each. He's gone up a few places from last year. It is Joachim Anderson in 14th place. So you know, fair play to him. I think Hamza, you were saying he's the one that shines more than Mark
Yeah,
Hughes,
he's
right?
the
So,
guy that shines more at Palace than.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's good. I think we all rate him. There's not a lot to really add. He was 17th last year, so he's 14th this time. Maybe next time he'll get 11th or 10th. He's consistent, though, to be fair to him. But, alas, 13th place. Ali is the only person who has this guy. And for the first time in history, we have someone who's gone from number 1 to next year having one single nomination.
What's wrong with you guys?
Oh, Thiago Silva. 13th place, Ali.
I need the explanation from you guys because I don't get it. Like honestly, how has he gone from number 1 to not being in the list?
It's been a bad year, bro.
Not for him individually. It's been a bad year for Chelsea.
it
Doesn't mean he can't play well.
He's had like 3 decent games.
Decent games. You man, this
Done
is
his
what
thing,
everyone's doing
done
with
his
Chelsea
thing.
players nowadays, isn't it? Like,
Do you know where you were last year when we did the same video? Chelsea was still like 10th last year, bro. Nothing had changed. You're still 10th, like 8th, 9th, 10th. So if anything, you got better now, and we're not having him in. So
yeah, I don't get it. How can someone possibly drop his importance? All of the criteria, things that we actually, that you know what I mean. We've got to judge this on how he can go from number 1 to not even in the top 10, man, in the space of a year.
I seem to recall you saying in a video a couple months ago. You were saying that it's time to move on from Thiago Silva. Like we don't really need him like that. We start playing Colwell and these guys. You got about 7 centre-backs.
I still stand by that, innit?
Important.
If you told me like Thiago,
so how? If my centre-back was super important, why would I be saying it's time to get moving
because
on?
bro's 39, bro. We got him like whether we like it or not. Eventually, he's gonna stop playing. He can't carry on at this level
I don't think
forever.
you understand how contradictory you sound right now. I would just like to add Thiago Silva, fantastic player, fantastic career.
Great.
But the difference between this season and last season is I felt that last season, if you guys didn't have him and you were around 10th, you would be teetering around the relegation zone. Now, if you guys don't have Thiago Silva on your side now, I still think you're around the same level you are because you have the Coles that can roll into centre back. You have Badiashile, you have Dizazi. His importance for your team is lower than it was last year.
I think this season is declined. Like you can even see that skill that he tried to do at Newcastle, Anthony Gordon.
Getting caught out.
Man, even Brazilian didn't want to claim that, man. They're like, yo, get this guy, man. He's not one of us after this.
Yeah, but I mean, listen, last year. Most of us had him, and quite high up. Obviously, Drew was saying that as an individual, he doesn't feel him as much. So
He's not.
You know,
He's
he's
making
not.
a lot of mistakes.
Don't say a lot.
Mm.
He's made a few mistakes. He's
No.
made a few mistakes.
No,
You could
no.
probably list. It's not even one hand. You don't even need one hand to list his mistakes this season. I
Bro, I
watch him
don't
for
think
90
even Thiago
minutes
Silva
week
wants
in,
to be
week
in that
out.
list. Looking at how he reacted to Luton after that game, the way he was so upset, I don't think even he was even playing footy anymore at Chelsea.
He's upset because he's still got that passion, that hunger to do better.
Good for him. Good for him. Congrats to him, man. It's cute. 12th place, Lewis Dunk. The three of us had him in, myself, Drew, and Hamza, but Ali was busy putting in the Thiago Silva.
I think he's Brighton main centre back. He's a guy who carries Brighton. He's their captain. He's their leader. That guy's he's performing at top level. You can see whenever we mention Brighton, I think his name is the one that gets listed, and that already.
I know Drew's face. I know what he's thinking in his head, because Brighton, but by your criteria, because our criteria, Dunk can be in, but by your criteria, isn't Brighton the team that like almost every single game is conceding goals? Like, they don't even keep any clean sheets whatsoever.
Yeah, but you can see, I think they've had a lot of injuries with that guy.
No, they have. But I'm just going off how you like are judging.
And he's not had a similar partner to be playing with. With that main of their back line not being like on the pitch, he's holding it down.
No, I'm glad you finally are following the criteria.
I agree with you.
You know what I mean?
You moved the goalpost. I agree with you.
Yeah, like you welcome to the video.
What if it's your narrative? Like, cool.
Because that game against Arsenal, for example, yeah, where we beat them 2-0. On the face of it, you conceded 2 goals. But those that watched
him,
bro, it would have been 5 or 6, bro. It would have been crazy. Obviously, Ali, you're not feeling his thing. Was he close or?
No, like I did think about him, but I think because of Brighton's form, I just had him missing out in it.
Chelsea's form is way better.
Hey, 7 in a row.
No problem. The entire 2023, I wonder who has more points, Chelsea or Brighton. But it's cool. Last year, there was nothing much special. Drew had him and a couple mods, so fair play. Drew has remained consistent. He's actually put Dunk even higher this time, so fair play to him. Now, 11th and 10th are joint. But I'm going to give 11th place to the player that had the least points amongst the 4 of us, if that makes sense. So, in 11th place, Ali and Hamza link up here. It is Akanji.
Akanji as number
11. The last honorable mention. He misses out.
Have some shame, literally. If players like Gabriel Magalhaes would go above him, it's a shame. Yo, this guy has been, I'll tell you one thing. Pep's most trusted centre-back is Akanji. You know that? Do you know? He was written in Athletic. He trusts Akanji. Yeah. Most improved player. He's even got left back at one point. He played even right back. He plays every game. And how can you take the best team that won everything? And I think he's one of the most crucial players, centre-back. We've not conceded much. I'm surprised you haven't put him there.
You basically are going to ask for every centre-back, to every defender to count in this thing. Am I going to see Kyle Walker in your list as well?
No,
like everyone that has played centre-back.
But why is Akanji not there? Because he's a centre-back.
I don't think he's better than the 10 that I have.
Okay, we're going to see the names. I don't want to hear Gabriel Magalhaes there. I don't want to see players like Gabriel Magalhaes.
I don't think it's your choice, mate. It's going to be based on whatever's in front of you.
That's what I want to see.
No
he's
problem.
Not better than him. No chance.
Ali, obviously, are you doing this because you have to stay firm on your last year thing of backing Akanji?
No, I don't even thought back to my last year's list when I made this one, and I rated him back then. I still rate him now. I feel like back then it was a thing where this is his first season in the Prem and he's performing at that level, and I feel like he's gotten better in it. Like he's become more steady, more consistent, more reliable, and he's a trusty centre back, man. Can't go wrong with him.
Fair enough. Yeah, last year only Ali had him, and his quote was, he said, "What doesn't Akanji do? He does it all. He never makes mistakes. He's always composed." I don't know about that, but
quote me on that.
That is Akanji in 11th place. Now, before I get into our top 10, there are 5 names that were here last year that haven't got a single nomination. So I'm gonna just remind you of who those players are. Last year in 19th place, Drew, you know what's coming up. Rob Holding.
You know my reasoning as to why I had him in the list before. Operation Holdini, 5 at the back, 5-3-2. Get him on, get him locked down. Get a period where he was just winning games. And obviously I can't put him in now because when the time was for him to step in, He couldn't.
His direct quote, for those wondering that didn't watch last year, he said, Rob Holding comes on and has the aura that you think your VVD has, which is interesting now in the light, but no worries. One above him last year in 18th place, Ali said, I'm confident he will be in every single person's list next season. 3 games, 3 clean sheets. Badiashile, he's in
I
nobody's
stand
list.
by what I said. The only reason he's not in anyone's list is because he's
How
been
can you
injured.
stand by it? He's not. You think that's the reason why Badiashile didn't make it? Yeah?
I'm telling you, that's the reason. Because if he played, you would have seen how good he is, and he would have been in your He would have been in your
How
list.
many games has he played this
Doesn't matter. He's been injured, bro. It literally doesn't matter.
I'll be
It's
so
not as if
honest.
he's eating bench.
I'll be so honest. He's so like uninspiring that I had no idea he was even injured, bro. I don't even know who's fit and who's injured.
Because we got so many
I can
centre
tell you,
backs.
Hamza, he's played 7 games
He's
this
been
season in the
injured.
Premier
He's
League.
Played 7,
literally just
yeah?
coming back. He's been
Have him
injured.
there.
Barely even noticed him.
Top quality
Right.
centre back.
The next one was only Alfie put this guy in. It was Aged in 15th place. I guess it was like massive World Cup tax. Fell off massively straight after the World Cup. So, you know, it is what it is. 11th place. This was mainly Mav yelling about this guy. The next 2 are interesting, Drew. There's 2 more names that didn't make it. This guy was 11th. I said, you man are using too much recency bias over the last 2-3 games. Mav shouted at me. He said, no, what are you guys talking about? It's not all because of that. I think Ali backed him as well. Tim Ream. Where's he gone, Ali?
Bro, you know the old age, man. It got to him a little bit.
Where's Tim Ream?
He's still a quality centre back, but you know what I mean.
You and Mav were telling us about how Pep wanted to buy him 10 years ago or whatever. You man were using as your justification.
No, he's still a quality centre back,
Stinker.
man. He's still good. He's not dead for his age as well. Yeah, you know what I mean. Come on, guys, give him a break.
That wasn't part of the
Give him
criteria.
a break.
Yeah. No, it's bro. I want you guys to just go back and watch Mav and Ali, bro. The way they were like, if you man are gonna act like they're not amongst, he's not amongst his names here. You're crazy. You're waffling. Me and Drew said first, man. Cheers, bro. Drew said he's not even like in his like top 15, 20ish. But anyway,
Still not.
probably even lower now. There's one last name that is not here. This guy finished 5th. Everyone agreed, and I hold my hand up. I think I even had him the highest. Rafael Varane. Drew said, nah, man, not feeling him. Maybe he was ahead of the curve. So, you know, Drew, have your little 30 seconds to say you were right and dunk on. Obviously, Mav can't back himself, but he'll firm it anyway, so go for it.
I'm not an I told you so type of guy, but I told you so.
Yeah, there
He
were a
was
lot of
talking
comments.
about how there's too many games and yada, brother.
It is what it is. Varane, unlucky, mate. Again, I felt like he had finally turned the corner for United because I did not rate him in his first season. I thought he was back, but it's just not going.
You better hope he doesn't turn that corner too fast. You get injured again.
Bro, them knees are too wobbly. But there we go. We now get into our official top 10. This one, let's get it cracking. In 10th place, all of us have him except Hamza, so I guess we'll start there. Hamza, you don't rate Fabian Shaw.
I don't rate him. I just don't know. My brother's a Newcastle fan, so I should have heard about this guy, man. Listen, I don't rate him. I don't rate him at all.
What about his game don't you rate?
He doesn't rate him.
He's just, I think he's just, he's not nothing special. He doesn't have this wow factor. He doesn't lead the back.
Does Akanji wow you out of interest? Does he wow you?
Yeah, absolutely.
He wows you. Is he with his mental maths or on the pitch?
I see him. I see the way he drives the ball forward, and I like the way he's composed.
And you ain't seen the way Fabian Shaw drives the ball forward and launches it in from
Bro.
30 yards. That doesn't wow you.
I don't.
It's funny you say that, Ali, because obviously last year only me and Drew had Fabian Shaw, and you said you'd rather have Badiashile.
Yeah.
So you were not hearing Shaw's thing at all.
That's not at all.
So
I rate Badiashile, bro. It's not at all. I rate Badiashile, so I'll take him over Shaw.
That
sounds very defensive.
No, because like I'm saying it like Badiashile, and I'll take Badiashile over Shaw. No, that's not what it is.
Hello, guys. If you're wondering why you're seeing my face, it's because you have not liked this video yet. So we're going to sit here and wait for you to confirm that you've liked and subscribed before we continue. Enjoy the video, my friends. And he's got a bullet in him as well, you know. PSG, Hamza, you weren't watching that one, nah? Newcastle, PSG.
But
Thunder goal.
This guy's been poor. Was he not part of the responsible for the errors that went on at AC Milan when they got dunked out by AC Milan?
No.
Yeah, there
I
you
don't
go.
remember stinkers that he's had
That's what
still.
I
I
told
can't
you.
remember.
I know this guy. I've seen this guy. I don't rate that guy.
No problem. We'll go to 9th place. I don't have him. Drew hasn't got him. Hamza hasn't got him. And neither does Ali. Yeah, none of us have this guy in. But he's made it because all the mods have put him in. 9th place, we have Sven Botman. He got in because these guys, Stokes and Tyler, gave him an enormous amount of points alongside Ted and Nubaid. So I personally think Shaw over the year has been better because Botman came in, he was that new guy, like, oh, everyone's excited, new shiny new toy, whatever. Fabian Shaw has been the consistent one. And I would like to say, in the interest of fairness, always with the receipts, good or bad, I keep them. That's why Ali's nodding his head and he's smiling so much. Because Ali was the only one who didn't put him in. Obviously, Drew was shouting at him. Mav wasn't happy with him.
I wasn't.
Whatever. Uh,
I wasn't.
Although at the same time, Ali did say he didn't have Botman or Shaw because Pope is a beast. So let's not also forget that he said that as well. But go on, Ali.
You don't have to add that little
Botman.
asterisk there, bro. You know what I mean? I
just
see
say, I'm
it.
just
I
quoting
saw
the
it
video.
in it.
I'm just quoting.
He's good, but my eyes didn't deceive me that there's a part missing from his game, and maybe it's just experience. And over time, he will actually still become a very, very good centre back. But I think he's still a bit too raw at times, isn't it? I can't remember what game it was. I saw him get cooked in here, but I was meant to store it for the day we come back to here, but my mind's left me now.
No, I remember because you messaged me afterwards. We were talking about like Botman making mistakes. You were like, yeah, see, like I always am right in the end. He did say he's putting Botman under a microscope, and he will be there back to us to mention it to Drew. So, fair play. I think a lot of it is injuries.
Yeah, to be honest.
I had Shaw in my list. Like I said, mostly for the consistency thing. I guess Drew, yours is a similar.
It's an injury situation, to be honest. Last year he was almost an ever-present
Fair enough.
partnership. This year they've had a mixture of Lascelles and having to put Dan Burn in, but that doesn't take away how good he is as an individual. I think that just affects how he's been the last 12 months.
Yeah. No, I hear that as well. But it's kind of mad. He's gone from 3rd in our list, a bronze medal, down to 9th.
Crazy.
But there we go. In 8th place, this is a new player. Funnily enough, only me and Drew, out of the 4 of us, have him in. But I think he's done enough already. 8th place, we have Van der Ven. I mean, I'll start on this one because, to be honest with you, again, I'm a Tottenham hater, of course, naturally. I have to be. But even though he's been injured for like half the season or whatever, he played like 10 games or so. I don't even know how many he played. Those 10 was enough to move me. I can't lie. Importance to his team, we see Spurs, as soon as he cut, they were going and bottling as many leads as possible, going 1-0 up, losing, 1-0 up, losing, 1-0 up, losing. So I think it's great. Ability-wise, he has to be high up on the criteria. Importance to his team. Obviously, consistency, I'm not going to lie, I wasn't watching like Wolfsburg last year or whatever. He came into the Prem in August. So that is why I have him quite low. I have him 9th on my list.
Matter of importance to the team. When they had him in the side, they could play their high pressing, high line because of his ability to recover, because of his pace. And when he's out of the side, you see how much they lack him. So
yeah,
quality player.
Hamza, are you not rating Van der Ven? You prefer Gvardio?
Van der Ven, he's improved. I'll tell you what I'll give him this
Improved
is the fact that he's shown like maturity. He's quick he's very, very fast. And he's a guy who we never knew about. And he's improved. He's come to this league and he's shown. I think the credit goes to the manager. I think that is the guy, right?
I mean, we didn't watch him for Wolfsburg, so I don't know how much credit you can give to the manager. Maybe he was like this last year. We just don't know, but fair enough. 7th place, we have another player here who none of us voted for. So this is another case of like who invited my man, because clearly we all agree that this guy should not be on the list. Romero of Spurs.
Oh my God.
Romero has made it. I'll tell you how
that guy is a calamity.
Yes, because Stokes gave him 6 points. Ted gave him 3. Alfie gave him 8 points. Tyler gave him 6. Nubaid gave him 7
He's a calamity. He cost them games against Chelsea. He was a calamity. He cost Chelsea. Chelsea wouldn't hardly score. Jackson scored a hat-trick because of this guy's calamity. Being sent off.
Worst hat-trick ever. Am I right, Ali?
Worst hat-trick ever.
He's always getting sent off.
You know what? I'm not even going to... You guys have already drained me enough today, innit? So I can't even...
No, I don't know what... Like, listen, he can improve a little bit, but I'll be honest with you. I think it's Van der Ven that's holding his hand. Because he's the one that, like, for me, is a standout as a Spurs centre-back. He's still as rash as ever. He's still getting the same suspensions as ever, if not more yellow cards and suspensions nowadays. So, not sure how that can happen. Last year, for reference, only Mav had him in, so nothing has changed too much on terms of us guys. He said everyone called him an idiot for not putting him top 3, although nobody ever remembered that happening. That was a conversation where we were a bit confused why he was having arguments with like the wall. I don't know who he was arguing with, but like nobody said this, but he was arguing about that. Drew, I want to get your thoughts on something, because obviously you said last year that Rob Holding's more mentally reliable. Would you
I
stand
still
by that?
stand on that, bro, because what kind of man would injure his or go out to injure his nation? I don't even know how to describe it, but the challenge he put on Enzo Fernandez, it's just not something I can see Rob Holding doing.
Thug. Yep, fair enough.
Mm.
No problems there, to be honest with you. 7th place. We go to 6th place, our top 6 now. This guy, he finished 6th last year, and he's 6th yet again. John Stones.
Oh,
What now?
He's back to rubbing his head.
yo, he should
Oh,
be
wait,
number
wait.
one.
Well, I mean, there you go. It's just Hamza put John Stones number 1. So tell us why he is number one. I mean, I think it was obvious we're not going to get a 90 today. So there you go.
But
Hamza has
listen,
put
the
John Stones
guy,
number
when
1.
he's available, is outstanding. Forget about availability. We're not going to use that excuse here.
Wait, why?
This guy is outstanding.
Good one, bro.
What are the best
use
centre-
one of the markers
what
of
are
the
the best
criteria?
centre
What's the
back?
most important
This
one?
brother just didn't read what you said. He just
Dude,
saw
what
you
the
say
second best
top 10 centre backs. He said,
He's
right,
voted the best
who won the
centre-back
treble?
in the
He's gone
world.
and
He
said
listed the
Stones.
6
He's
City
gone and
centre
said
backs first,
Ake.
and then he
He's gone
started
and
making
said
the rest.
Diaz.
No.
He's gone and said
I'm-
Guardiola.
Listen, City won the treble because of John Stones. Everyone knows. He's been voted the best centre-back in the world.
I thought you
How
won the
can
treble
he
because of
not be
Rodri.
number one?
Oh, Haaland.
Well, I have
Or De
him.
Bruyne.
Okay, well, I'll tell you one thing. Drew hasn't got him at all. So
I haven't got him, bro.
There you are, criminal.
Brother, if this list was top
Hey,
10
you guys
Premier
got
League,
Tarkowski. He's got Tarkowski. He's got Ben Mee. He's got
this-
Tarkowski and Ben Mee. But he
if
hasn't
this
got John
list
Stones.
was top 10 centre backs that are playing in the league, and the criteria was different, and it was them on their best day or who is the best technically ability in terms of technical ability. Of course, he'd make the list, bro.
This season he's played many games, but he's just been injured recently.
if you want to direct more anger and vitriol, Ali has him 9th. So you know,
Come on.
Because that's taken into
Wow.
if you
he has
take
no words
into
for Ali.
if you take into consideration his
Listen, I
availability.
can't take Hamza
just
seriously,
drops
bro,
him
because
down.
he's just
No,
not
but
taking the criteria into
every top 10
consideration.
video, Hamza needs to be there now by force, man. Every top 10 video.
No, but genuinely, yeah, does he have
because you're gonna
every
see the
centre
top
back
10
from Man
stats
City in there?
players, and you're gonna just say this player won the treble.
So I have Stones like I have him 5th. I have him 5th place. Yeah, I think that's reasonable, right? I have him 5th. I think he's incredible. Again, I think he was very important to Champions League and the treble. I fully agree with you. However, you cannot say, yeah, for each different City player, oh, do you know what? Check the Athletic, yeah? Akanji's the most important centre back. He's the most reliable, most trustworthy.
He was
number one
outstanding
in
last
goals.
season.
You know, no, but you're saying he's the most important, yeah? And then it comes to John Stones. Oh, guys, he's the most important. He's the one that made us win the treble. Like, they can't all be the most
Okay, who
important
was
player.
voted the best centre back in the world this season?
What do you
Based
mean?
on
What
what?
What do you mean?
Champions League, the awards, soccer awards, the best defenders, they're there.
So, I mean that one that
Yeah,
Ronaldo
that
won.
fake-
No, so many. The problem is they've won so many that I don't know.
I think he's talking about that
but they've
Ronaldo
been
one the other
voted, they've
day.
been nominated.
Uh,
Team of the season.
Yeah, I think it's that the Ronaldo thing, isn't it?
Or where Ronaldo was on screen pointing to Haaland.
Yeah.
Ah, cool, man.
It's that one. Fairs, man. Listen, John Stones, I like him a lot, man. And
Yeah, don't lie.
I think he is crucial to Man City, definitely. 5th
Maybe
place.
Huh?
We go on. It's a new entry, believe it or not. Drew hasn't got this guy either. I guess I can see why, based on number 6. Konate. Drew, your thoughts? You don't have him. The rest of us do have him in our list. You don't have him. Was that?
I made a mistake on that one.
I was gonna
to be
say,
honest
by your
with you.
reaction, you weren't really okay. So you just forgot him.
Yeah, realistically, if I could take somebody out, I'd take Diego Carlos out.
Okay.
But again, there are question marks over his fitness, but not to the degree of John Stones.
Yeah, and I think Konate's incredible. I've said for time. Well, last season definitely when we were talking about these kind of videos, I was saying he is Liverpool's best centre back. He had his injury concerns as well. I agree, but importance to his team. I mean, he's showing that like nowadays that when they go to Matip and that, it's a bit of a struggle. I honestly think he elevates Van Dijk as well. Top 3 in the world if he stays fit for like a year or two.
Yeah, I'm a hater still, but he's cold. I
Yeah.
can't lie. He's cold.
Fair enough.
I'm a hater because he always drifts out onto right back to cover Trent and just snuff my boy Martinelli. I'm a hater. I'm a hater.
He was there
He's
wiping
the
up
top player.
Martinelli.
He's the top player. He's the top player.
I think if he had a bit more availability, he would have been a bit higher.
Yeah, fair enough. Hamza, you like him, Konate?
I like him very much. Yeah, I've always said he's the best centre back for France.
Yeah.
But he's very rash, and he's gonna get caught up in this making rash.
I don't think he's that rash. I think he's aggressive. I don't know if he's like. I think it's a bit different. I don't think he
Makes
dives
this kind
in.
of like rush challenges sometimes.
It's like a polished zoomer.
We shall see. Top 4 now. Here we go.
Oh,
In
God.
4th place, this is a man who was 4th last year as well. Every single person has him except one man. That one man is Alfie, of course. He was too busy putting Ethan Pinnock ahead of Gabriel Magalhaes. Hamza's shaking his head. You have him in the list, so
I'll have him in the list, but not that high, man. Like for him
Well,
to go above Konate.
if you want some well, the thing is, the reason why Konate is lower is because obviously Drew hasn't got him and neither does Stokes. But Gabriel, me, you, and Ali have him in this exact same position. Obviously Drew has him a bit higher. So he's more consistent in terms of the numbers, if that makes sense. Like everyone,
I think it's got availability. The fact that he's
every single game pretty much he's played.
We've not seen him get injured. Played
Best ability,
but
availability.
But the problem is when the game matters. Yeah, I've seen this guy crumble.
Okay, some examples.
Crumble on big occasions. He's a liability on big occasion, and he will be a liability on big occasion.
Okay, can we get an example, please?
Some examples of these games.
I'll give you an example. So last year we blamed a lot of Rob Holding, all this stuff, but because Rob Holding is just an error. But this guy was calamity. City away, we dunked on him. We caused him chaos.
You won the game, but you did. I don't think that's like a disaster or calamity from Gabriel, but fair enough. Ali said he doesn't like him. He said, I don't think he's good. He's just a left-footed centre-back who can do a job. Ali, your thoughts on that one?
You know what I mean? He's proved himself to be a bit more trusty than I thought.
I don't know what you mean, bro.
Hey, Drew, you want to hear this next bit?
Go on.
He said, yeah, if you swap Gabriel with Tim Ream, nobody bats an eyelid. Bro, I'm blinking bare, bro. I'm biting my eyelid.
Yeah, that seems crazy now. I'll put my hands up for that.
Wow. Harry Kane hasn't had fun in the North London derby since Gabriel came.
Very true. He's just there waiting for penalties and that's it. But There we go. Our top 3. We get onto our bronze medalist. Let's see if Hamza's upset yet again. Believe it or not, this is a new entry. He was not here last year. Not a single mention, but he is here now. It's Ruben Diaz. He's back on the list after, you could argue, a terrible previous year. Hamza, you okay with that one? Ruben Diaz being 3rd, is that all right?
His hands.
Yeah, I want to see who's 2 and 1.
We'll find out. But I think you think 3 is okay, yeah?
3 is okay, yeah. But Stones should have been ahead of him.
That's fine. Would you agree that Ruben Diaz this season has been a bit...
Yeah, this season he's not providing. Pep's had a word with him. I've seen against the Luton game. I've seen a couple of games where he's made errors.
Of this season?
Yeah, I had to take him down a few after Armando Broja cooked him and he gave away that penalty, so you know what I mean?
Crazy. Fair enough. We go on to our top 2. Here we go. This man, everyone has him except one person. He's 2nd on our list, but one person has missed him out. That person is Hamza. 2nd place goes to Virgil van Dijk.
Very disappointed. Last season he was shocking.
Agreed.
Last season he was shocking. Had a stinker. They ended up Europa League because of him. I'll never forget that.
I completely agree.
3 months, I can't put him 2nd. That's criminal.
So you can't base it on 3 months, but you have Gvardiol in your list because of 3 months.
Yeah, but the fact I'm putting him 2nd. Won Zilch.
And still
was the leader, was the captain. He was Zilch. In Europe, he got dunked by Benzema 4 in his own home.
5.
I'm sorry, 5.
I mean, I agree. Listen, I agree with you in terms of the first part, which is like he was terrible, but it's a 12 months thing. At least 3 or 4 months.
He got sent off at Newcastle.
Correct.
There you are. So I'm surprised. You guys have only put him because of his just Van Dijk.
I mean, I didn't put him.
How
I
can
didn't.
you
I didn't
say
put
that
him.
when we literally didn't put him last year? He's the same Van
Yeah,
Dijk.
that is very true. Yeah, last year he
What?
wasn't.
That's a poor
Last
point of reference.
But
last year only one person had him, Mav. So it's funny how it's flipped round this time because he had 1 point
oh
last
my
year.
god.
Ali has him number one. Stokes, Ted, Alfie, and Nubaid have him number one as well. So Ali, why is he number one? Is it because you're a hater? Be honest.
Maybe a little bit of
Yes.
that, but I'll tell you the bigger bit is I feel like the whole he was
Mm.
terrible, the worst thing. I feel like that's a bit exaggerated because he's Virgil van Dijk, in it. Like,
When I saw
Aura was not
Perisic twist
aura.
him up as well, that was really enlightening for me.
I have a
I
question
mean,
for
look how many
Hamza.
people have him.
Okay.
So do you think that Gvardiol has been better in the Premier League as a centre back than Virgil van Dijk has
No.
been this season?
No.
So why is he there?
Think
Okay.
but okay. The only thing that he has, like I forgot that part that I thought about him, how he did well for Leipzig, but you're right, Premier League. How can this guy been he was a calamity.
Liverpool fans, when this gets cropped up, and these are the views of Hamza,
He's a
aka
great
defensive
player,
treble
great
champion.
defender, one of the
No,
greatest.
it's too late, bro. It's too late. They
They
got you, man.
No
They
need
got you
for
in the
that,
clip, bro.
Click to the shit,
I'm
bro.
trying to put
You can't
disclaimers
save
now.
yourself now,
Click
mate.
the shit.
Too late.
Yeah,
Last
Van
year,
Dijk.
when Thiago Silva finished number one, because we announced this guy is second place, Ali was doing his celebrations like he won a trophy or something. He was fist pumping. Well, he's not laughing anymore because in number one, we've made it. William Saliba. Wow. What a centre back. I mean, consistency ticks the box. Importance to his team. We know what happens when he missed the last month of the season. So, I mean, that one goes without saying. Ability, I'm not even going to waste time discussing that because I think even Hamza deep down knows William Saliba, that's a player right there. Now, I'm going to go first to Ali because obviously last year he said that he's nothing special. He gets a lot of protection from Ben White. What do you think about that, Ali?
Yeah, I'll take some of that back. You know what I mean? He's good. He's the real deal. Right now, all I'm waiting for is the day Real Madrid come knocking, man. So I'll patiently wait until
You think
He's
it's Madrid?
airing that call.
Is Madrid bound, yeah?
he's Madrid bound.
He's not going nowhere, man. He's airing that phone call.
You wish. I've
He's
seen it happen
airing
to
that
loads of
phone
my
call,
players,
man.
bro. You wish when that call comes, Los
Yeah.
Blancos, he's off.
Well, he has gone from second last year to number one this year. I'm so happy. The propaganda is working. This is not just Premier League, by the way, in the world. We've seen Araujo last 2 months. We've seen what you're on. So, to conclude, our top 10 list. Number 10, Fabian Shaw. Number 9, Botman. 8th, Van der Ven. 7th, Romero. 6th, John Stones. 5th, Konate. 4th, Gabriel. 3rd, Ruben Diaz. 2nd, Van Dijk. And number 1, William Saliba. That was, as expected, the most chaotic we've had in a very long time. Hamza, that was a great shift for the top 10 video. We thoroughly appreciate it. If you man liked it, leave the likes. Put the comments, your lists. Again, on the screen, you'll see all of our lists. So you can attack anyone you want to attack. Shout at whoever you want to shout at. Have a wonderful week. In a bit. Bosh.